Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local movie theatre. This week I'm going to talk about The Shallows. The Shallows is nothing new. It's one of these person caught in a tight space for 90 minutes and then he or she has to use their wits to escape and to defeat some kind of danger, a kidnapper, a trap, and in this case, a giant-ass shark. Our main protagonist, Nancy, played by Blake Lively, and Blake Lively does look very good, and I'll talk about that later. But anyway, she is a med student from Texas, and she has dropped out of med school, we are told, because her mum has passed away. We're not told 100% when her mum passed away, but she has dropped out of med school because of that. And she has gone to Mexico to surf because she wants to visit a beach where her mum had surfed when she was young and when her mum was pregnant with the character Nancy. And she arrives at that beach and there's this local guy played by some Spanish actor, I don't remember his name. He drives her down to the beach and they talk a bit, and this being a Sony movie, we see the first product placement, which is Instagram, and our main protagonist, Nancy, she of course uses a Sony cell phone, which has its logo come into focus several times. But thankfully, Adam Sandler didn't make an appearance in this movie. Maybe if this had been a comedy, he could have voiced the seagull, but I'll get back to the seagull later. She then gets down to the beach. The movie beach is filmed in an area in Australia, according to IMDb, and I must say it's a very scenic beach. And Nancy, she goes out surfing, and there she meets these two Mexican surfer dudes who she chats a bit with, and they go into shore, and she goes out further, and then she sees this whale carcass, but then this shark appears. And in the first scene we see the shark, she's on this wave surfing, and you see the shark in the wave, and it knocks her out of the surfboard. Maybe so we could refer to the shark now as jerk shark. But anyway, she's knocked off the surfboard and cuts her leg, and then she goes up onto this rock in the bay where she was surfing, and there she meets this seagull whose wing is injured. And I initially thought, after having watched the movie, that the seagull was CGI, but according to IMDb, it turns out that the seagull, Sully the Seagull, or Steven Seagull, as she refers to it in the movie, it is in fact a tame seagull, and that was very funny in my opinion. And in most of the movie she's out on this ledge, and then she sees this buoy, and which she's gonna swim to, and yeah, and so on and so on. And then there's this fat drunk dude who gets eaten by the shark, and the two dudes, they return, and maybe something happens to them, or maybe not. But anyway, is this a good movie? Yeah. It's fairly gory in my opinion. There's a lot of blood, and I looked on it once again on IMDb, and it says it's PG-13. Yeah, but I initially thought that if a movie contains blood, then it had to be rated R. But maybe the reason why this movie isn't rated R is that you don't see the shark go or something like that. But anyway, Blake Lively, she does look very good in a swimsuit, and even better in a bikini. And the director, the dude who, among other films, directed some action films like the Liam Neeson flick Non-Stop, he really hammers in that point that Blake Lively, she does look very good in a bikini, because we get hundreds of ass shots of Blake Lively, and shots where the camera pans down, so we really can get to see, yeah, that Blake Lively, she does look very good. But maybe it was a bit too much, but yeah, I'm not gonna argue, because she does look very good. And the movie does have suspenseful scenes, and yeah, as I said, it's nothing new having a movie where some person is trapped in a closed area and having to use their brains to survive, but now we have a new version of one of these movies, as in The Shallows, where a woman, she's trapped on a rock and has to escape, not a kidnapper, but a shark. And another thing about this movie, maybe since this is a Sony movie, yeah, and this maybe is a bit far out, but maybe the shark represents, if you asked some of the feminists, maybe the shark represents the macho society trying to keep a independent woman down. Maybe that's the point of the movie, I don't know, but maybe some feminist would attempt to argue that, but yeah. But anyway, it's entertaining. It's not action-packed, but it is entertaining. So if I'm gonna rate this film, I will give it, yeah, 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you liked this movie talk / movie review, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch my previous reviews / movie talks, you can click a link in the description. And if you want to subscribe to my movie talk movie review channel, there's also a button for that. But anyway, I will return next week with a new movie review / movie talk, at that time of War Dogs. But until then, have a pleasant weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.